right under the sewer one, up there, and make it an A. Sorry,
I
that's,
think that, again, when we look
great.
at it, is we look at treated water system upgrade and water sewer lines, those ought to be at the top of the B list, instead of in the middle of the B list.
I get it.
Same.
Which one? Down here.
Oh, and the,
This list is just where we had them
Right.
on our last one, so I'm, whatever you guys wanna do. You wanna make those A's or move them up on
no,
the
just
B?
move up on the B list and then.
Move the number 2B and the midterm up to number 1.
You wanna make them short term rather than medium term? That's,
Or do
that
you
would
wanna
be the
do
only
it?
difference.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Unless we change the B to
You know,
A.
if you don't have, you got sewer main replacements in next year, but if you do have any sewer projects, you probably ought to maybe have some sewer line into that.
I would be okay moving both those B's to short term and A. I don't think there's anything wrong with having them up there.
Both those Bs in medium term,
Yeah,
so you're talking about the tree water system upgrade,
well, maybe not that one,
but anyway, the second B.
but the sewer one, the
Okay.
water and sewer line.
So move that, what you're proposing is move that,
And make it an A.
make it an A in the short term.
I think so.
Any others that, everybody okay with that?
So we'll read down through the list, once we move them up,
I would go city water rights acquisition, sewer main replacement, and then I would probably, whatever order you wanted, whether it was raw water storage as an A next, and then water and sewer line replacement as an A next. That's probably how I would go.
What's gonna be attainable on raw water storage, you know, in a year? I mean, I don't disagree, it's important, but is it something that we're prepared to take on? I mean, for $1 million, what do you think we can do for $1 million?
On water storage.
You could build another tank.
What did Ryan said, as far as raw water storage,
Oh,
which is, I mean, I'll just move along.
Yeah.
I think Ryan said 100,000, did he say 100,000 an acre foot? No, he might have said $1,000
An acre.
an acre foot is a number.
We could definitely, you could definitely build another decent sized pond.
That was my
Build it up,
impression,
right?
that it wasn't that bad to do another.
Well, 'cause, yeah, he was talking, we could even increase the dike on our upper pond for, you
primary.
know, around $100,000.
No, for 100,000?
We were looking
Because we got that in there for,
at, can we have $1 million in
yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, $1 million. You know, $1 million won't do a big project, I really don't know how much 100,000, he thinks he could do something for
there? I
100,000.
think he could add on to it. He was actually really, because I've always thought it would be way more, but he's
Yeah.
like, you'd be surprised how cheap.
Well, that ought to definitely be moved up.
Okay, so we'll move this one and this one up below water rights and sewer main. And change it to A's. And realistically, if you guys are okay, I would like to move that short-term one at the end down to the medium term. Yeah. Just put
Research ballparks and like,
as much as I would like to
move
see that.
move that down to the medium, and then,
I just think that that's unrealistic short-term.
yeah. What sidewalks do we have in the short term? Is it realistic to get that in next year?
If I had to say project priority, that would get bumped too.
Is that ones in the residential areas, or is it ones on, you know, some,
A little bit of both on Main or something.
Well, originally, we wanted to get a block off of Main all the way up and down. But, I mean, as far as priorities and money situation, I don't see us doing any
Some-
sidewalks.
someday we need to go to the Department of Transportation and ask for some of that money to do the sidewalks, because you can get a lot of it from them, you know, curb and sidewalks. that
We've
we
tried
do
with
on-
like safe routes to school and.
No, it'd be more in line with how we funded the Center Street ones. It comes It's not quite the same fund as what you do for, Craig, maybe you can remember what
Yeah,
it's called. But you can go to the State Transportation Commission and
you can get something like that on the STIP program.
yeah.
But it's
For
pretty
me-
hard to do if it's not a street or a road that goes somewhere else.
You're not gonna get it this year, this next year, but
10 years.
it'd be a good, yeah, realistically, it can take you 3 or 4 easily. You know, that's why we had the Center Street ones in place, and then when Main Street deteriorated so fast, we couldn't get it. That's why we didn't do a rebuild with the curb and gutter on Main Street. But it'd be a good idea to start looking at that.
Give you an example, when I went to work for UDOT, Devil's Canyon was #1 on the STIP list. And it got moved down and back up and down, and then finished it the year I retired. That's about how long.
That's not very promising here.
It's a long-term thing, and we talked about it at AOG this last month. We're trying to get the guy that took over, what's the guy in Casville, he's on the transportation board. I can't think of his name. Bevan Wilson, yeah. Bevan Wilson now Casville, Huntington. He was on there for a long time and really helped us out in southeast Utah. Well, the guy that replaced him was over in San Pete, and we're making a big push as AOG to get a southeast Utah one. And the #1 name we put in was from San Juan County. And so we hope to have a good voice on that. But that'd be something that the future, that we need to go to the Transportation Commissioner. Just it needs.
The only other one that I would look at is that Main Street lighting. I would love to do it, but I think there's lots of other.
That one too, it would probably, you won't get done in medium term, so move it down. But that's another one you could actually put in with the sidewalks on Main Street. You could get most of it funded through. Like when we did Center, I know we didn't like that $80,000 we had to pay for the lighting, but it was just a fraction of the cost. You know, and that, you do have to have some match money when you go there. We got that, the year we did it, we got it from the San Juan Transportation District.
On the medium term, what's the utility lines west of town?
Nate? Utility lines west of town with a treated water system upgrade.
On the medium term?
Medium term?
That first one on
That wasn't what we was talking about for the
I
college.
thought we took
property.
that one off earlier.
That's what I was thinking.
Would you like to take that one off?
Isn't that what it was for? It was for that college property up there when they were in the city limits?
Mm-hmm.
And I think you can just take that one
yeah,
out.
that's gone.
This is, other than just adding the ones and taking.
It's not in the
ones
city
completed
anymore.
off, this was just the previous approved list.
We probably ought to put anything on there for the airport. If we're gonna go back to CIB and stuff
Yeah.
that we're doing,
Yeah.
the well or hangers or whatever.
Well, that one's already, we took it off. That's one we've already got approved. This is to go apply for.
So what would be the next thing that we did?
But the next,
Yeah, next step. Are we prepared to identify that, put them in the interim?
we're at
Hangers?
least, we're at least 2 to 3 years out though, because we're using the thing in the future. So,
But you could,
but I can put it in
you
where,
could, you probably could put it in there.
in the medium term, put
Mm-hmm.
an airport one in there.
Put maybe hangers?
As-
Hangers, I think, is what you're hurting on the most.
Well, we might get that on. But yeah, I could put,
And it doesn't have to be for an FAA necessarily, you know, there might, you never know
Well,
how,
hangers,
you never
FAA
know
wants
how
some
CID
hangers.
funding's gonna be. It might be so flush that you'd just be silly not to go there and ask for some grant.
But if we don't have it on the list, we can't go.
That's right.
so you're
So
saying
it's
get it
ought
on
to be
there.
on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you okay with about a $600,000 amount?
For the hangers?
Or, well, if that's all we're gonna put on the line item, then no.
Hangars and other airport, I'd say $1 million. Hangars, very expensive.
Well, we can do some T hangers and there's other types of hangers,
Yeah.
but
You can always shrink your project, but you,
that's true. This is just what you're
Mhm.
putting on there so you can ask for it, doesn't mean you
Mhm.
have to ask for that much, okay? I will,
If it's 3 years
I'll
from
add that
now,
at the bottom.
what's $600,000 now, might be $1 million then.
Okay, I'll add that one as a C on midterm. Everyone follows all the changes, right?
Oh, yeah.
No, we're waiting for, we're depending on you doing
You
it.
ready? We will move the water sewer line replacements to an A from the medium term and move it to the top. We will move the main street lighting to a B down to medium term. We will move sidewalks down to medium term. We will move the raw storage up in the priority list, up higher. And we will add, we will change, yes, and we will add a airport project to the medium term as a C.
Did you mention moving down the ballpark study?
Yeah, and the ballpark one, sorry. And we will move the ballpark one down as well. Does that sound?
I guess just as far as the dating of it, put your approximate date that you'd like to see that.
We, I received an email from Michael Bryant kind of on that. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are, but my thought was to kind of give it a little bit of a break, but
What do you,
going to CIB.
no, I meant, oh, on,
Sorry, the next, if we wanted to go with the soonest, which I don't think we're anywhere near any project, we have to have an application in by February 1st,
yeah,
which would fund in,
for the second trimester.
which would fund it in June. But I don't
Where
feel
do you
like
have
we're,
anything
I don't
that
feel like we're,
present?
I think we're okay to wait.
Go in
Let's
for
do the ones
late
we've got.
last year and late next year and for construction the
For the
following
next
year.
summer, if we choose to do something. Okay.
Okay? Is that, Cindy, is that spelled out priority enough that we can make a motion on that?
Yeah, I think you can just make the motion as amended.
As amended? Okay.
Make a motion that we adopt the CIB priority list as amended.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Scott Shakespeare to adopt this CIB priority list as amended, and that would be the 2014 priority list, correct? And was seconded by Tim Young. Any further discussion? Okay, Scott Frost,
Aye.
Scott Shakespeare,
Aye.
Craig Levitt,
Aye.
Tim Young,
Aye.
Brad Randall.
Aye.
Okay, that motion passes with all unanimous votes.